All right. It's Monday. We're live. Hopefully, Arch from Arch's Garage will be up. I just sent him the link. We'll see. We were chatting today, and hopefully he'll get the link and he'll come on panel, and we'll go from there. But busy weekend. If those of you that saw the chat, you saw our buddy Robert with that fuel pump. Turns out the fuel pump was cracked. So he's going to have to get another one, and one of our other channels is going to send him one, Married with Small Engines, Erica and Tyler. They're going to send him a pump that's all rebuilt, and hopefully he'll get that running. So we'll see what happens. But now, like I said, I was talking to Art during the day, and hopefully he'll come up, and we'll chat, and we'll go from there. I know he's having issues with iPhones and things like that, but hopefully he'll get it squared away. Let me throw the link out in the chat. It's funny now that StreamYard wants to up the fee from $96 to $400 and something. I'm going live as much as I can until the money runs out. December 2nd, that's when my StreamYard subscription runs out. After that, I'll do the free StreamYard if I do StreamYard. And hey, look who's here. Let's see if he comes out. Ready? Yo!
There he is.
There he is. What's going on, brother?
You should hear me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It
should be set up. Yeah, I went through Mozilla Firefox again, and it works all the time. It just doesn't like to work with YouTube, the YouTube Studio and all that. It just doesn't like to do it with StreamYard. They don't like talking to each other.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm using
something to do. Yeah. My camera is not connected directly. That's why. It's going through OBS and through the computer and over. Hey, DNR.
Hey, that's David there in Kansas. Glenn from the UK. Hello. Oh, Mr. Clark in Washington. Hey, look at this. We got the big dog. Hey, Hank. What's going on?
There he is.
Oh, you got
Where's my son?
Turn the porn off. We can't have that. Well,
yeah. Well, you can, but we just have to see it, and then then you'll have problems, and get kicked off.
There you go. What'd you get done today, Hank? Anything good?
Yeah, leaves again.
It was pretty wet here this morning.
Yeah, it was nice.
Oh, here we go. Yesterday's star is here. Robert.
There he is.
Yep.
What's going
I
on?
went to Harbor Freight too. Picked up a bunch of stuff that they had coupons on.
Yeah. Thomas is here. Got off work. Mr. Connect is here.
Black Friday, they're gonna have what do you call it?
Okay, it's coming. The Biden impeachment. That's good.
All right.
Did you guys see that? I mean, I don't want to talk politics, but did you see where Biden put on the Trump hat at the firehouse?
No, I didn't see that.
They threw him hats. Like, put on this hat, and they threw him a hat. It said Trump 2024. He puts it on. He he just puts it on. It's like it's going to be on every news channel.
That's cool.
Oh, my God. Yep,
a lot of their hate with each other is theater.
Yeah. Crazy.
I mean, like there is some definite issues, but remember, they're actors.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Flip it on stream.
Just remember, Robert, you're prohibited from saying the word Craftsman.
Wait, fellas, look at this. What do you think this is?
Hold on. I'm trying to look.
Till.
At first, I was thinking a suppository.
Right. Look at the size of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can choke it down. What do you think it's for?
Erectile dysfunction?
Close.
Erectile overfunction?
Close. No, it's to help the prostate.
Oh,
my
right.
doctor,
Yeah,
my doctor he wants to give me one of those because you pee every 30 minutes at night when you get to our age.
Yeah.
no.
Or you don't pee, which is the worst scenario. You can't go.
Oh no, you got the feeling, and you're like, shit.
Yeah. Well, because the diabetes, I get that feeling a lot anyway, right? Because it's your kidneys are trying to deal with the little extra burden of the sugar.
Oh, who?
But
you got someone in the house that says radioactive Dan, but I don't see any camera. I just see a.
Oh no.
I don't know. Is that Dan Solo? Who is that? Put it in the chat. Who is that? Is that Dan Solo? Your camera's not on. It says device not connected. Although you
Yeah, some people can't get the camera to work, which is okay. I mean, you don't have to have it.
Is that you, Mr. Solo? Is that who it is? It says
Nah.
Scott
I'm having
Keller.
a snack. You know what's on here? Nutella. You guys know what Nutella is?
Yeah, the chocolate.
Oh yes, it tastes good.
Hazelnut.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's not Dan.
It's some kind of chocolate looking. What it
Good stuff.
chocolate is?
It says
Yeah.
Radio Dr. Dan. Who might that be?
Oh, that sounds good. Like a
Radio
DJ.
Dr. Dan. Put it in the chat. Put who it is in the chat so we know who you are.
Coming to you live from
The last
space.
time I did that and let someone up, he put all kinds of nude pictures. Remember how that
Oh, no.
Oh, man. And I didn't know StreamYard at the time. And what I did, this is going back 5-6 years ago.
Mhm.
Mr. and Mrs. Pate were on, okay? And he's putting all kinds of stuff and hate and this and that and F-bombs and all that. And Mrs. Pate defended me because I knocked myself off the stream.
Oh,
and I
no.
Get back on. And Pate's like, you SOB. Da, 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 da. She yelled
Good
at
for her.
I got to find the link.
Yeah,
to that
I wouldn't
video.
mess with her.
Definitely a classic.
Yeah, I don't understand trolls. Like, what? Don't you have anything to do?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that same person who left a derogatory comment on one of my videos, he left another one. I'm like, okay, let's just hit delete. Goodbye.
Yeah. I leave them up most of the time, as long as they're not like really offensive, like where I might get in trouble because of what they say. Because sometimes YouTube, if they get too far out of hand, YouTube will knock them off.
Yeah. Usually.
Yep. Yeah.
It was prevalent maybe 5 or 6 years ago. Every stream, you'd always get them, but now it has been not
yeah, it's gotten better. Yeah, because
wait,
they've
now that minimum wage is $15, maybe they got a job. You know?
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
get a job.
Yeah.
You know, do something else. What are you doing? How do you have time to fool around? And how do you even find live shows to go and do that to? Like, how do you know how to do that? What?
Yeah.
What? I bet you there's some kind of like program or something that these idiots give each other where they know to get it. You know, like go here, download this app or something, and you'll find all of the shows and stuff that you can pwn and harass. It's like a club.
Yeah. You get so many people, though, too, is they'll see the word free or giveaway on channels. I tell people that want to do giveaways, don't title it and don't announce it in the beginning or end. Do it in the middle of your video so that only people that watch it will know what you're doing. Don't remind anybody. Don't do anything until the middle of the video, you know?
You know, I tried giving away some stuff with Super Clean. Of course, when I first started, right? But nobody wanted it.
Hello, James.
I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not giving anything away. No one gave me anything. I'm going to,
When I did my Christmas giveaway, was it 2 or 3 years ago? Literally, the gifts were about $150. The shipping was $100.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because it was all UK, Europe, this and that. So now when I do any kind of giveaway, it's an Amazon card number. I'll email you.
Yes, yeah. No, I can't afford stuff like that. I can't be that benevolent.
Killed me.
I wish.
For my giveaway. It's like I didn't even make that.
Hey, Lawnmower Man. Hey, Lewis. Hey, Thomas. Hey, Scott. Hey, DNR. Indiana Chris, I don't know who you are. Dan Soul, I kind of know you. DNR, of course.
Dancing.
Yeah.
Anywho, what are you trying to say, buddy?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Robert.
I've been looking up batteries, but you know what? That I can't say the word.
Say it.
Yeah.
No!
I've been looking at. I'm not going to Walmart. See O'Reilly's, AutoZone, Advanced, Napa.
Yeah, but you know what you say? Get the most CCA for your buck.
Yeah,
you can afford.
Yeah, as much as you can fit physically into the space, you know,
because they say that you know what takes a U1R, and the R's the positive is on the discharge side of more.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay.
There are two different types. Yeah, left versus right. That's why you always bring it to it. Robert, I got a quiz for you. I saw this on the interweb today, and I thought of you. All right, it's a quiz. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. I have a riddle. If you're going down a river at 2 miles an hour and your canoe loses a wheel, how much pancake mix would you need to reshingle your roof?
Oh God, that's a good one. I'd say what though? I'd say 5 pounds.
Oh, what happened again?
Yeah, he dropped.
Oh, wait. Why is everybody in solo mode? Hold on. What is going on here? Hold
We've
on.
lost control. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand by.
All of a sudden, but no, Robert. It was a joke.
Oh God.
That's all right. We love you. We love you, Robert. Hey, this week you're getting that fuel pump. I want to see that thing run.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, because my sister called me. They want me to come up to Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee.
For my sister. Because Chris and them live up there in Nashville. They want me to come up for my birthday and Thanksgiving, so I'm hoping I get it.
When's your birthday?
The 20th on a Wednesday.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
We'll have to do a live stream that day in honor of.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because I said,
you gonna go?
Yeah, I'm going.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, Thanksgiving's late this year though, and then like
it's on
Christmas.
It's on a Thursday.
Yeah, third Thursday.
Yeah, Robert, while you're on the way up or on the way back, don't forget to stop at that gas station and pick up another one of those bright orange jackets.
That look like the Chang Gang, right?
Yeah. Nah, where I used to work, we did safety vests and stuff like that for the DOT.
Yeah.
Well, now it's that yellow green color. Everything's that yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more. There was a guy at work. He had something on his head that was that color, and this guy said you could see him for a mile and a half off.
Yeah, absolutely. Whether you're hunting or you're on the street for some reason working, you need that stuff.
There's a special reflector, and Arch, you'd appreciate this. We used to we designed to build aspheric generators, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And we would make like Fresnel lenses and things like that, and it was all about reflexivity and all that shit. But anyway, when you look at a street sign, the stripe around it, it's a prismatic type of it's a special geometry that's patented to give you that optimal reflexivity to shine bright when you have a light on it, And now they have vests, so you can see the vest from like a mile away.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
That's the company I worked at, where just the geometry of the cut would cause it to reflect a certain way. It would like magnify light. It was pretty cool. And they use it on street signs, on safety vests, on things like that for high visibility. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, worked good.
Yeah. Anyway, what are you working on, Arch? Anything good today or no?
Yeah, I showed you some pics of it. I can't show them now because I actually don't know how to show stuff with StreamYard in the way.
Well, if you hit share, as long as you have it on one of your monitors and you hit present, you hit present.
I'll bring it up later. Yeah, I'll bring up a little piece later. But yeah, that whole Honda, I put that Honda engine. I showed some of that like on Saturday. Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? Why don't I have it? Why have it out? It's an older motor. Let me put it up on the bench. I'll put the 2 cameras on it.
Yep.
I went over the valve setup. I explained ACR versus valve overlap. We did the valves, so they didn't really need much of an adjustment. They were within spec, close, but let's tighten them up. I did the carburetor. I installed the carburetor. Now this Honda GC160, it's the older clock style. Semi-automatic choke.
You sent me this.
Yeah, that's the setup. Yeah, with the cameras looking at it.
What are you using for a boom? Because I want to get one.
Mic stands.
Oh, just
older
there's
ones.
Different brands though. There's
yes.
brands and things.
Yeah. Now there's one of them is a regular camera stand. K&F Concepts I like. Mm-hmm. I get the cam lock, not the collar lock, because the collar is made with plastic in it and it's stripped out. And now I don't trust the damn thing.
The cam like that.
Yeah.
Goes one thing.
Yeah. Yep. Get the cam lock. Yep.
Yeah,
most stands.
I want to start doing overview shots because that really.
Yeah.
When Condon does it, and you guys do it. It really, I like. Yeah.
What's nice is now I have some of the old microphone stands from back when we were all in bands. So these were stands from like the 70s and 80s, so they're heavy metal, and I put a rotor on the bottom. Just slip the rotor right, like a brake rotor, an old brake rotor, just for extra weight.
Yep.
Yep. And I like the smaller cameras because you don't it's easier to mount to whatever you want.
Mhm.
You know, the more expensive, bigger cameras, like they get better images, let's face it, but they're heavier and it requires more expensive mounts. It's YouTube. And I can mount them anywhere I want. And I can get those overhead views, which I like, and I can choose between the views through my laptop if I just don't want to walk all the way over here. And I can have some fun with it. I get better lighting this way. I can take my time, do everything nice and clean. So she's all ready to go. I went over the automatic choke and I show how to clean it, make it work right, and adjust it. Because everybody hates those damn things because they can't get them to work right. You know the one where you pull the lever over and you got to wait?
Yep. Scott, you got a 4-post lift. Is that a drive-on lift? The kind where you
nice.
drive up on it? I'm assuming 4-post would be the drive-up lift.
Yeah. That's nice. I wish I could have that.
Oh my god! I wish I had the space for it. That's my problem.
I almost have the space for it. If I put I wanted to put an extension on my garage. It's just like 6 feet out or 5 feet out by width. And we almost did it. And at the time, it was only like another $5,000. I went, oh, that's a little bit too much at the time. Well, now what is it, like $10,000?
Easily.
Yep.
Easily.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Because what it? If you do it yourself, you save on the square footage price of somebody else doing it. Somebody else coming
I
in.
don't think.
Since COVID, materials have quadrupled. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I can't lift the roofing beams like that anymore. I won't do that. I'd rather have somebody do it or help me.
Yeah, it's just like because the price is probably going to stay up because all that stuff they got to do up there in Nashville, North Carolina and places. It's gonna
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's not a concrete driveway. How did they mount it? Or did you?
That's what you do.
Pour pads, or what you do?
Well, you don't have to. You can pour just the posts into the ground. You know, you pour you get those big cardboard columns. Yeah. But,
I think
that wouldn't be bad either.
Yeah, I think they call those things sonic tubes or something like that. Nah,
there was a lift I almost bought because I was looking at the lifts for the shop and everything. And this one, you guys may have seen it, but this is a German design, a German manufacturer. It's about $2,000. They're separate, like drive-on lifts, but you kind of drive over them, and it lifts from the middle, but they're separate, and so you can actually have them
like a scissor type.
Yeah, and you can gang them together, or you can keep them separate.
Guys use them one at a time too to get underneath like one side of a car. I've seen those.
Yeah, you can move them closer together or further apart. So if you want to put like a tractor up there, you can like do with a tractor, you know, to fit the wheelbase, right? Instead of a car.
Yeah.
I built a gantry, and I think that's plenty, you know, because it brings it up nice, tight.
That works too.
You're locked up.
Just like that one Terrell built. He built his own gantry to lift the mowers up and stuff. Now, the shop I used to deal with in Griffin, they had this lift. You push the front over, then you push it over again, so it lifted the front and rear tires separately. But I forgot. I looked at that thing one night. I'm like, yeah, I'd be putting some 6x6 under that thing. If that thing ever let go and use up under a mold working on it, like,
Well, how many times do you see YouTube videos where they take off something and now the weight distribution is like, oh shit, and they fall.
Yeah, I have a gantry in the garage, but I just use a come along, and I got to get a chain pull. I'm like, the come along is horrible. It's horrible, but I need to get a chain pull.
No,
like what Hank has.
Yeah, we have it work when I worked at the sewing room, we had to lift the material up to put it on the laying machine, and it had that Chicago brand with that braided cable. I tell you what, that thing, boy, there was days you'd have to slide it back and forth. And I got there one day, I'm like, I got to put some grease on this thing because it wasn't sliding too well, but it did great. But that braided cable. Yeah, that stuff, you got to be real careful about what you lifting because that stuff can snap in a New York minute.
Yeah, it can. Yeah. Hank, what electric hoisting did you buy, the winch thing? What was that one again? It wasn't a Wen, was it? No.
Yeah. It was a Wen,
Was a Wen, yeah, okay. Yeah, I like that because it's nice. It's electric. You just hold it. You know.
Yeah. Well, what's nice about that one is most of them you could only go up and down with, but this one here you could set it up so it pulls sideways too.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because Musty once got that on his trailer, that blue Volkswagen bug. He had the stuff on the back pump and winch it up onto his
Yeah,
trailer.
I want to get the lift trailer like Musty has, where the trailer goes down to ground level.
Yeah,
that is killer.
That is nice.
yeah. Oh, have y'all heard of this place called Batteries Plus?
Yeah, we have one here in town. They're a little expensive though.
Yeah, because they sell the Duracell brand of lawnmower battery. I'm like, what?
Yeah, Duracell does it too.
Yeah.
They all do it now. Yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, I looked at Die Hard. I looked at what's that brand?
Yeah, but who sells the Die Hard now? What is that? Is that Lowe's?
Advanced Auto Parts.
Advanced Auto.
Yeah. Because like I said, now you got
7:20 is bedtime. Holy crap!
Like I said, you got maintenance. You got the kind you used to have to unscrew the cast and pour distilled water in, and there's maintenance free. Then there's that AGM.
Yeah.
You know, I said I gotta have a battery because a battery in that. You know what? I'm having to keep it on a trickle charger because somebody didn't put the date of service on it. I'm like,
you gotta watch two songs when you buy batteries because I know for a fact that AAA, a lot of their batteries are seconds. You know,
Yep.
When the companies those are like 6 months or a year old, AAA buys them all up, and they don't sell them cheap either. My mom got one, but she's got AAA, died in like 6 months, and the stupid thing was they took a sticker and put it over another sticker.
Yeah.
A lot of these are like recycled, repaired.
Yeah, because the AC Delco they deliver. Well, somebody delivers batteries.
Used to have. I remember the green dot on the AC.
Yeah. Yep.
Those.
Yep.
Yeah, the specific gravity eye.
And Lewis, I get up at 4 o'clock too, but I go to bed at 12:30 at night.
Yeah,
you have a long day, Ken. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Go.
If I can get 3-4 hours, I'm good.
Yeah, that's not enough for me.
All these lawnmower batteries, I think they all sent to one company. They redo them, and they just send them back to the people, and then they put the stickers on them and stuff. Like, yeah.
Well, the thing is, usually, you redo them, and you don't put the sticker until the acid goes in. Technically,
yeah.
Ship them dry. So,
yeah, because we had forklifts at work, big old electric forklifts. We were supposed to use distilled water, but the state of Georgia was like, we can't afford that, so y'all just gonna have to put regular tap water in there.
That's stupid.
Yeah, well, the state, the state of Georgia, they were real funny about that kind of stuff. They like that we can't afford unless they put a system in the forklift room that will distill the water for them. Otherwise, you had to you had to use regular tap water, and they told us to charge the battery, then put the water in, then charge the battery again. I'm like, and you talk about a boil over. The other day we moved forklift and there'd be just white acid powder all over the floor and stuff.
Make a mess.
Yep.
Penny wise and dollar foolish.
Yeah.
Now we did have a electric power jack, and this power jack had steel batteries, and they had to bring a computer out to either up the speed or lower the speed. And one day they come out there to they only put one new battery in. I'm like, State's got 4 batteries. You only put one new battery in, and the other 3. It's like, then they sent a forklift company out there to put new tires on the forklift. I'm like, oh, that's a fun job. When you
I'm actually looking at picking up a battery from Odyssey, which is an American manufacturer, and they make a number of different kinds of batteries, but they don't use recycled lead composite for the plates because generally it's not pure lead. They use pure lead in their plates, and it's made here, so you're getting a brand new battery with pure lead. They're a little bit more money, about $100 more, for like a car battery. But I was talking to my brother about it, and I'm like, you kind of hit or miss getting batteries at the local dealers and stuff.
Yeah.
And I just don't want to go through that nonsense. I killed a battery. It was 2 years old. It's in the van. I keep having issues with it. So I'm like, I'm just going to get the Odyssey. Odyssey's one of them that makes it. There's another manufacturer I can't think of the name of, but I'm like checking them out right now, and I got to make a decision because I need a battery before the winter really settles in.
All right, so look at this. How do you charge a battery without water in it? Or without? Well, that's not
you
water,
can't.
It's acid, technically.
Yeah, you can't really charge a battery without some acid in it.
How's it going to function? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because we used to buy a battery.
Sulfuric acid, right? That's sulfuric, isn't it?
Yeah. Now we used to buy batteries for ATVs, the 4-wheelers, and they came with the acid. You had to add the acid into the battery.
I have a motorcycle battery. It's got the little plastic acid container.
Yeah.
What Thomas might be referring to, though, is that if you're low on water, you can, if you want, you can give it a quick charge. I'm actually doing a video on it. You can if you put too much water in the battery and you want to do an equalization charge, which is a high voltage in variable frequency charge, it will boil it. Yeah, to try to get them to balance.
You wait till it boils and then you do it.
And then you can top it off.
Yeah.
That's probably what he means.
Yeah. No, he said 4.
No.
Yeah.
Because I was watching Andrew Camarada today. Yeah, he got one of them Caterpillar dump trucks that only stay on the construction site, and he had 2 of the Optima yellow top batteries. He had to charge one at a time, and he had to get up to 25 volts to get the dang diesel engine to start. I'm like, God almighty.
Yeah, no, Optima's good batteries. Yep. With the AGM and all that stuff,
Yeah. I know a guy, he bought a boat and it came with those interstate batteries. We went to Northern Tool one day and God almighty, one battery. I'm like, you got to be joking. The price of that thing. I'm like, and then he had to turn around and buy some more. They didn't last long. I'm like, yeah, well.
Now, if you ought to be careful with some of the older vehicles or lawn tractors and things like that with AGM or even the new lithiums, and now particularly AGM, which is a great battery. It's a glass mat, but they do require a little over 14 volts for not just a charge, but like an older car, like my old van, 90 something. It's not computer controlled charging. Got a standard alternator. You'll float at about 13.8, right? That it'll sit about 13.8, 14 volts. That's perfect for a standard lead acid. But when you get into AGM, they want about 14 and change, a little over 14 for a float. And if you don't give it that, if you don't have a more modern car or charging system on whatever you're using, you'll kill the battery. It'll slowly die. And then you'll be mad because your Optima battery is dead that cost you $300. But it's not the battery.
Yeah, so because they say, some of those cars, you have to be particular about how you jump start them. You'll fry something. And I know a guy, he had a motorcycle.
Well, that's the computer systems you have to be careful of, yeah.
And then I knew a guy, he had a motorcycle, had a 6-volt battery, and he was charging it with the wrong thing. I mean, yep, you're going to burn that. You're going to burn something up.
Yeah, well, that's different, yeah. They're watching too much of Camarada and Diesel Creek, where they put 24 volts into a 12 system to try to get an old diesel to crank over. But they're old diesels. There's nothing but some lights connected to it, right? That's different.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I like that video Terrell did the other day where he worked on that John Deere and they had to replace the glow plugs. I'm like, that's a first.
Yeah, well, you can that's another thing though. If you start hitting them glow plugs after you connected 24 volts, right, you might fry your glow plug. Now what?
Yep. Yeah, because there's 2 ways to start a diesel engine. Glow plugs are real high.
I thought he was only connecting it directly to the starter, not to any accessories.
Yeah, but a lot of it is tapped off. The rest of the ignition system is usually tapped down at that starter lug. And so that 24 volts, you don't know. You got to check, right? You got to look to see what's connected to what.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I remember one day I was working on my Ford GT65 3-cylinder diesel, and I changed the oil in it. That thing wasn't cranking. Well, I called Uncle up. He said, take a rag, soak it in gas, squeeze it out, put it in the breather. I did that. Still wouldn't. I'm like, what the? Now I look down there. I'm like, oh, there's 2 wires off. I plugged one up. I looked down, plugged it up, started doing something, plugged the other one up, fired right up. It was the glow plug wires. I'm like, okay. Unplug them wires
Nice.
and like you can't, like I said, glow plugs are great, but they only last so long. And because I think Terrell had to get his through John Deere. Like, yeah, he's shown up that 15 in the pocket.
Yep.
But
Brett,
the thing,
what's up to Brett today?
Same old, different day, Arch.
You look shot. You just get back from work, bro.
I just got done with dinner, but I've been messing around here all day.
Nice.
yeah.
Cleaning carpets, vacuuming floors, vacuuming leaves.
Mm,
Yeah, the chores.
yep.
Feeding the mongrel.
Getting ready for the winter. We had rain, fellas. Kenny,
Yeah,
you must have got some of that rain.
Well, yeah, but
We
you know
had
what? It
it all
lasted
day
here
literally an
yesterday,
hour,
Arch.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't
Really? It rained all night.
Yeah, so here we had drizzle at about 6 o'clock. Then it went on again about 2 or 3 in the morning, maybe for like an hour. That was it.
Okay, well, it's better than.
It made it so the dust didn't fly when I was, sucking up the leaves.
Oh
Yeah, well, that's a bonus.
This weekend, dust storm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bonus. I was complaining about that Saturday night with the fellas over there blowing with their blowers in the cemetery next to the lake. I mean, it was far, but these dust clouds are going everywhere, and that's all like your pollen, your dirt, right? Your mold spores, right? And you name it. And like this morning, I woke up and I was sneezing, until like it all calmed down. But it's just nice. Everything has been wet, and we got like a decent soaking, but the ground was so dry. Everything was just so dry.
Anything that can go airborne does go airborne.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was on my lawnmower my lawnmower body that I was getting prepped out and cleaned for painting. And I just went in to just chat with my daughter for a little bit, and I come out, I'm like, look at this shit, and they're far.
Yeah. Yeah, because and I used
Use
to
a rake.
Yeah, because when I used to do leaf relief, I had to wear dust mask because there was times I'm like, nope, dust.
Yeah, you don't want to breathe that in.
Nope, nah.
City of Toronto was doing leaves today, but they did it the fun way. The big old driving vacuum.
Yeah, we have one of those. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't have it's not where you got a guy out there swinging a hose. They just drive it.
Yeah. No, we have both.
It's a. I actually looked at it the one day. It's a Schwarz A4000.
Yeah.
You know all the numbers and everything.
Oh yeah. I think the thing's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is kind of cool.
You're 3 blocks away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like what up in Canada, they do snow removal by using a big old skid steer, and they just pick it up and dump it in a dump truck and go dump it and come back, fill it up again. Like, yep.
If it's wet, they do that. They scoop it.
Because I used to watch the City of Griffin early in the morning. They come through. They would start sometime in October, and they'd be through by about December. They'd have guys walking down the street, blowing everything all into the street, and the street sweeper come along and move, rotate, and suck it up in there. I'm like,
we're allowed to dump it in the street.
Big clam in front of the.
I wish Toronto did what a lot of the municipalities do. You rake it to the curb.
Yep.
And then they come along with that thing with a big old elephant trunk looking vacuum hose, and it just inhales it.
Yes,
just inhales it.
Our town takes a York rake, rips half your lawn with it.
Oh no!
And then they load it onto a truck.
Some parts of Connecticut, I seen somebody shot a video one time in Connecticut. They were going along with a construction vac.
Sometimes, but our town will rake it in because you're not supposed to put them on the street because it'll clog the sewer. So you have to have it in the front yard. Then they take a York rake and they'll pull it down onto the street, and then they'll come with a clamshell, go like that, and put it into the back of a truck or trailer or whatever. The sucking they'll do is on the side of the road where it's like on the curb and up a little slope. Then they'll suck it because there's no room for a machine to get in there.
Yeah.
So dry lately, they should be having a time of it, you know.
Yeah.
I forget who it was shot the video, but they were
Yeah.
filming it out their window, and the truck was one of those vac trucks like you see them use on the highway. You know, the big square body deal with the hose that comes right out of the back of it.
Yep.
I think I shot a video like that while we had a stream, you know. I was showing that here they come, you know, and they sucked it all up.
Mm.
Yeah.
Now, Toronto, years and years and years ago, Toronto did have a truck loader, a small one though, that they would put on just on the tailgate of a dump truck. It was, I remember it said Giant Vac, and I think it was Briggs powered, but it was old, and I think it met its maker.
Yeah.
Because the city don't take care of their stuff, and I know this because where does that stuff go when they have trouble with it? It goes to me.
Yep. Yeah, nice. Like I said, the city of Griffin, every now and then they'd have an auction, and somebody worked at the plant while I worked. Their son went and bought an unmarked Spalding County patrol car. It was the Crown Vic that was painted brown. I'm like, but you could tell it was unmarked because they had that special hubcap. Center hubcap. I'm like, yep, that's unmarked.
Yeah, you can always tell a cop car because they have the dog dish hubcaps instead of wheel covers.
Yep.
I wonder if that belonged to John Lee Pettimore's granddad, you know, Copperhead Road.
Yeah.
Johnson County Sheriff painted on the side, just shot a coat of primer and looked inside.
Yep. Hell, was it? Oh, yeah, was it? There's the other guy.
I went away
called.
Read that.
They called Hard Man working, and he had one of those DR yard vacs you pull behind your lawnmower. Yeah, the trailer was shot. It had some busted plastic. I'm like, yep. Because there's that, and then there's the DR model. Because was it? Yeah, Jim Jackson, he got the DR model. And then you had to go out there and figure out exactly how to cut that piece of plastic to fit to your lawnmower pan. I'm like, yeah.
The one I saw, I seen a video like that, but he was trying to modify an agrifab.
Oh, yeah, they got them too. Because was it? Snapper used to make what they called the 30-bushel bagging wagon. But it didn't have a motor. It relied on the high back blade under your pan.
Isn't agrifab the lower end though, like lower end equipment?
Agrifab is your tractor supply.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's more like homeowner grade.
Yeah.
We were good. Yeah, I had one.
Yeah.
I have an agrifab spreader and Thatcher.
Yeah.
I wanted to show you guys.
Used to call them agrifag.
Yeah.
I picked this up. I'm doing a review on it. I bought it. I like this one. It's got the different voltages. So you got 12 and 24, and it's got for AGM, ordinary battery, lithium. And you see that maintenance button on there? Oh, that's the one that will float the charge in voltage and frequency. And it does equalization and sort of desulfation. Mm-hmm. And I actually bought two of these. It's got a little fan in the back.
How much is that?
And you don't hear it.
How much?
$30.
Oh, you got a link?
$30. No, I will when I do the review.
Yeah. Well, text me. Text me though later.
Yeah. Well, I don't know where the hell the link is. I got to find all that stuff.
What's the brand of it? What's the brand?
Nice, clamps. The only thing I don't like on it is, hold on. It's a Model MF-2S multifunction. It's just some Chinese, but I was looking through. I'm like, well, what would be good? Now I've tried, I've reversed the polarity. It sparked big, didn't burn out. I've been using them. I've been pounding this one dead battery for weeks straight. I've used it on a bunch of different batteries, and I found that, including a lithium and a whole bunch of other things. And I'm like, this thing is damn durable. It's in a metal case. The only thing it doesn't have is an on-off switch. You have to plug it in and unplug it. So I'm going to put an on-off switch in it, like a toggle or something. So I left one in the van so I can just... Yeah, I left one in the van, and I got this one's for all the other things in here, And I'm like, well, in case it burns out, I have another one. It was $30 because I don't like the fully automatic ones because you can't control them, and they don't always get it right. I have a shoemaker. It burned out.
Oh yeah, Schumacher. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Whatever.
We got one down at work. We sell them too. It's a static pulse charger. The one we got, we'll charge somebody's battery, if they bring it in.
Mm-hmm.
And we sell it. I think it's around $100. It does the static charge. It does this thing. You hook the battery to it. It'll run a bunch of tests before it'll even charge a battery, just to make sure there ain't no. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of batteries that people have tried using your conventional charger, and it didn't work. You hook it to that static pulse thing, and it worked real good.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I like about that. Yeah.
Yeah, good. I remember I went to
Walmart. It's blue.
Yeah.
I have one I made. It's a gigantic transformer with a halfway gigantic bridge rectifier in it. I did have meters on it, but the meters kind of got beat up and broke. But Brett, I want to make it so that the capacitor can come in and out of the circuit. But any battery, it will boil it. It'll cook it forever.
Hey, Brenda. No, Brett,
have a high 10 amp charge and like a 5 amp charge switch.
You said static pulse. Isn't that like an oxymoron?
Yeah, that would be oxymoron. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what
static is still. Pulse is moving.
Yeah. Well, you can pulse the frequency and keep the voltage. So you depending upon the charger, theoretically, you could keep the voltage static and change the frequency, but the voltage won't go up or down. Or you can have the frequency rock solid, which would be full wave rectified, and then you can drive the voltage up and down if you'd like.
Now, do you have to program that, or are there canned cycles and you just pick them?
Well, this one here is you program in the battery type.
Bring him back up. I want to get a better look at that thing here.
Yeah, AGM, lithium. Am I in the way? Hold on, we'll take this back off. Hold on. Yeah, I really like this thing. Like I said, I've been beating the hell out of it, and I want to do a review because I was looking for something good.
How old did you say that was?
I just bought it like a couple of weeks back, a month or so. Stay focused.
There you go.
Yep.
Model MF 25.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see it?
Oh, as Tom over there would say, yeah,
MF-25 or 2S. I can't see it. Looks like a 2S, or maybe it is a 5. But I like it. Like I said, I'll do a full review on it. The battery stuff that I'm working on, that project is bigger than I know how to deal with. It's too much video I shot on it. I dumped the battery. I put different acid. I checked the specific gravity. I went over every aspect that I notice people miss when they deal with batteries. And then I wound up with all of this footage. I'm like, how am I going to make a video out of this? There's so much footage here. Yeah. No one will watch this. I'm like, all I can do is just like edit out the wasted time, put it all into one big gigantic segment on my timeline, sit back and look at it and go, what is this? 1 video, 2 videos, 3 videos? What the hell am I going to do with this thing? And then I'm going to have to condense it and narrate over it and do an intro and outro or whatever and be like, well, today we're going to be working on this aspect. I don't know.
Go what they made some little tool that you suck battery acid out of a battery, and it's kind of like that same thing that you use for testing your coolant.
That's a specific gravity tester. I bought one of those. I also bought a standard carbon, like it's not a carbon pile, it's just a big nichrome W wire in there, right? So I could put a proper load test, not a computer test, not a imaginary, let's test some imaginary shit inside the computer system test. Those are nice, they're fine. But I wanted to drop a load on the damn battery.
Pile test, right?
Yeah, but it's not carbon pile. It's nowadays they're just using a big piece of like heater wire, like nichrome wire. It gets bright red, and you can leave it on until everything blows up and melts if you'd like.
Yeah, because that Duralast I have that big heating element. They say hold it for 10 seconds. I looked at that thing. I'm like, what the thing was smoking? And all of a sudden, it started glowing red. I'm like, whoa, dude.
Yeah, I hold it a lot longer than 10 seconds. At least
What do we got?
that's what she said.
What do we got in the bottom left there? A beard cam down there?
Yeah, we're looking at the beard.
Yeah.
And now we're looking at the ear, not the ear shot. Why don't you hook up that laptop thing or whatever, that notebook pad or whatever that you were doing for a while that got you into?
Well, I'm trying
That
to
way you-
use that and the phone so I can look up this Schumacher.
Yeah.
Everybody
You can
makes
sit back like this.
everybody make my buddy Lone Tractor Life Millis from Alabama.
Yeah.
Yes, he said he said you sent him.
He's been a buddy for a long time, man. He's over in Alabama.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Congrats. Welcome.
He's an
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. Let me go get the tripod and I'll just put this thing down.
Yeah, that would be
Oh,
great.
yeah.
Awesome. That
Oh,
worked
yeah.
good when you did that.
Oh, yeah.
We did that for your one live show, John.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I like
well,
that. I'll do one soon.
Oh, yeah.
Nah.
We gotta fix. I gotta wait till I gotta fix my internet again. Now they're yelling at each other in there. When I was in there before, I'm like, oh great, this is great.
Oh, he's
I
in.
gotta try. I
He's
gotta
in-
get him to cough up a little more cash so I can upgrade my internet connection now because it's now like really low.
Yeah. Oh,
I think
was it?
Saturday I had to notch it back a little bit because I was getting that error message from YouTube going, your stream is of low quality and is the bit rate. And oh my God, here we go.
I pay a
Nah.
premium and I can't get decent internet service at all. He's
Really?
actually-
Call and complain.
Man, I pay like $120 a month and I got like 0.4 megabyte upload speed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Brett, he was saying he has really good, like 40 and 200, 40 up and I think he said 200 down for like 80 and
400
change,
down,
almost
20
90.
up.
Yeah. That's really good price. What'd you say? You paid like $80 or something for it?
Is
Yeah,
it the AT&T?
I'm trying to think.
Is it that?
76 and some change, and then my TV. So
Is it fiber or something?
see if I can get this bad boy to go on here. We'll be okay.
Yeah, give him a minute. He's hooking up his gear.
Yeah. Oh, what a while back, I went to Walmart and bought the Schumacher roll-around style battery charger. Got the
Yeah, those
thing
are
home.
cool.
Well, mine didn't work, and I looked on the box. It was made in Mexico. I'm like, yeah, well, you're not working. You're going back. And I said, nope,
Yeah.
I ain't getting it. I'm not getting another one.
I just did it, Arch. Is that good?
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. That's excellent.
I would kill.
That's nice and balanced.
That's
would
coming off the
kill.
Wi-Fi. Yeah.
Right, Tom? Right? Isn't that nice? 14.9 up?
I could load a hour-long carburetor cleaning video in 20 minutes with that speed.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
this is-
Tommy,
this
when
isn't this isn't the high speed. This is like the mid grade.
Yeah, that's perfect. Tommy, when I take one of my half-hour 4K videos, right, to upload, it goes all night, over the night, into the next day. It used to be, before the girls got a better deal, it used to be, I don't know, an hour.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. You know, my buddy
Yeah,
Johnny in Powder Springs next door, he's got AT&T, that fiber, and he pays like $80 a month. He's got like, oh God, like 800 up and down. They're equal.
Yeah. It's insane. I know. Well, actually, Verizon is in the area, and I think another company is in the area with fiber. And so the idea that the girls got was from my neighbor was that, well, call them up and threaten to leave them, and they'll give you a better price. And that's what they did. They gave them a better price, except they dropped my upload speed to almost nothing. And I'm like, I'm a YouTuber, girls. I need the upload.
There you go. I canceled my cable TV, and now just the internet service is what is more than I used to pay for both.
Yeah, I feel your
We
pain,
don't
brother.
We don't have fiber yet.
Yeah.
Supposedly it's going in the street, but they haven't connected it.
Well, the government is
Yeah.
giving them money to go out into the rural areas first.
Yeah.
How's that, guys?
That looks great.
Where'd Brett
That looks
go?
great. Sounds good. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good, brother.
Everybody hear him?
Oh, Arch, for old time's sake.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
likes
I
that
look-
song. Yeah. That's a good
Yeah, I
tune.
like-
That song's in about 20% of all YouTube videos.
Isn't that cool
Yeah, I
too?
look-
No, I actually like it.
Yeah, I looked that up. I looked that up. Yeah.
Everybody uses
Yeah,
that song.
Yeah. I looked that up on YouTube Music. I got it loaded down to my YouTube, and there was another one they did. I'm like, okay, yeah, I like that because that guy Randy from Countryside Lawn Care, he does that song every now and then. Then he got that other song, We Are Heroes.
I think I know that one.
Yeah.
You do have a limited variation. Unless you want to pay up front, then you have a better I was mentioning that Saturday night. You want to pay up front, you'll have a better selection.
Yeah.
He's got Google Fiber. That fiber is the way to go. What is that new button at the top right that says stream this to your audience?
What's that?
YouTube must be doing new.
Yeah, YouTube's different. Yeah, I'm on the StreamYard one.
No.
No, I've actually too. Oh, it's StreamYard's doing it. It's probably asking me if I don't want to.
Yeah, you can restream. Yes.
Oh, really?
No,
I could do that if I wanted to right now. If I had the bandwidth for it, yes, I could, with everybody's permission, you can say, can I restream this? And if everybody says, yeah, then I could stream it to my channel. And
there's Rich.
Hardware
internet, I had to pay for the fiber to get ran to the main road. I wonder what would that cost, Brandon?
Wow.
Man.
Oh yeah. Cause we have Spectrum here. We had Spectrum here. My phone was on 5G. Now it dropped down to 4G. I'm like, what the?
I never get.
Yeah, well, that's
the 4G is still better than the 5G, supposedly.
Yeah,
for now.
More of it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, they want 6 and 7G, honestly, because it's not the frequency, it's the expandability. And because I do listen to some people that do like ham radio and are into RF. I used to be more into RF years ago. And they were saying how even a lot of the TV stations now over the air, you're having problems. You're having crosstalk because some of that bandwidth, the SEC grabbed and condensed everybody tighter. And they took what little bit they could steal and they're giving it to the radar dishes over here for our 5G and our cell phone use and whatever else and governmental use. So they're narrowing things down, they're moving stuff around, and then they're trying to free up some more space, and then they can expand a little bit more and do more with it.
Good night, Mr. Mouse.
Oh, and there was a guy I knew. I think he worked at Atlanta International Airport. One time, this guy put some LED lights in his yard, and it was messing with the radio frequency between the tower and the plane. And like, what the fuck is going on there?
Really?
They went on there and looked and said, "Sir, your LED lights are messing with our radio frequency." They paid him, and he had to put new LED lights in his yard. I'm like, it's like back in the day, you had to have that spark plug because there was times it would mess with certain radio frequencies. You had to have the resistor plug. I'm like,
yeah. Well, there's noise pollution, and it causes problems with different things. Even the cameras, like these cameras, they can talk to my computer and my internet, my wireless system here. But if too many other devices are in the area, there's a possibility that she'll have interference and shit won't work right.
Yeah, because back in the day, we used to have them little radio remote control cars. I'd be driving my car and all of a sudden I'd quit and it will still keep moving on. And the guy next to me be driving like, his remote is operating my car at the same time. Like, okay, we're going to you go there and I go over here. Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Wow, look at that.
You don't see
collection.
Saws, yeah.
Especially the green ones. Those are nice.
That's a whole bouquet of Ellis Chambers right here. Boy.
Yeah.
Here it is, if you can see it.
I like that color too.
He's having fuel pump issues, Rodney. We're going to solve that this week, I hope.
Oh, there's the Charger. Yeah.
Makeshift.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met Makeshift Farm before. What's his name?
Oh, yeah. Wait. Oh, I guess Erica's going.
I sent that little tune to my nurse friend.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, that is cool."
Yeah, it's nice.
And I told her, I said, One of my YouTube buddies uses that in his outros on his YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
I
overpowering, you know. I'm always worried that when I put up the heavy metal, because you guys probably heard some of my heavy metal nonsense.
Yeah.
And it's a little too much for some people. Like, you know, I might be old now and everything, but I still like to bang my head, you know, every now and then.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I need something a little. It's hard to find some good country rock like you for free. It's hard. Like I wanted to put up some like blues based country rock style.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't like the selection. I'm like, all right, can I find something else? And then I found that tune and a few others. I'm like, all right, this should work. This might work. I mean, beggars can't be choosers. It's free.
Hey, Art, quickly with Johnny here. Is that the old Trofeo? Is that the car we're talking about? Is that Johnny?
Johnny's got the old Tornado.
The Trofeo, though, right? Is it Trofeo?
Yeah.
I think that's the package.
Yeah.
Front-wheel drive.
Yeah, because he had to repaint the thing because he moved it over into his garage and set up this real home redneck looking ventilation system. Had a window with some fancy
works good. It's coming out nice. Hey, Jeff.
There's Jeff.
Oh yeah, because he had to redo. Yeah, because he had to redo his air compressor. Some of his air compressor went out. I'm
like, he blew it up.
Yeah,
I saw that. That was good, Johnny. Nice one.
Yeah,
he almost got hurt.
Yeah. He gonna get
He could have gotten hurt from that. That was devastating.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Now you see why I don't use mine anymore, Arch.
Yeah, these things can get dangerous.
I got to drain in.
Yeah, because they show videos. Guy was filling the air compressor up, all of a sudden, boom, everything just went flying. I'm like, yeah.
It's a grenade.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, you remember what Klaus said that one week? If that blows up, bye-bye shop, bye-bye you.
Yeah, it can be. Yep.
And then I saw that video. I'm like, I'm taking that shit to heart.
Yeah, for sure, man. I watched a whole bunch of those. I actually did weld my tank. My tank is much older. It's very heavy. It was before an ASME rating. And it's an old Worthington. And my friend Steve is actually an air compressor guy. He does medical gas, medical air. And he came over and he knows my welding. And I rewelded the seam because there was some areas that I didn't like. It didn't have a rot through or anything. I didn't like this, so I welded it. And he goes, wow. He goes, that's pre-ASME, that tank. I'm like, yeah, I know. He's like, yeah, but that's like really heavy material. He's like, in order for us to get something of that quality today, we have to pay an awful lot of money. Almost no tanks are like that these days. And it's been down there in the basement forever. It was so big and so heavy, we had to winch it down there. And when he got done, he says, when you leave here and you move, you're going to move. He goes, don't call me. That thing is down there forever. I am not helping you take that thing out. It's not going to happen. It's down there, right? It's a fixture now of the house and the shop, and
we had
it was heavy.
Yeah, well, we had it.
If you lived a little bit closer, you'd get mild once you have an updated pump and motor for it.
Oh, that would be perfect, bro. I would love that. I'd give you some good money for it. It's worth it.
No, I told you, if you can make it here, I'll just give it to you.
Yeah. Come hang out.
Come hang out. Seriously, I'm being dead serious.
I know. If I get my van going good, where I can trust it, driving a haul like that, I'm getting there with it. It's getting there, a little at a time, as I have the money.
And I'll just give it to you.
Yeah, don't throw that. If you ever decide to get rid of the compressor and just throw out the tank, even just sell the pump and the motor because that's worth money.
I'm going to actually hold that for you.
Yeah, well, that would be good because that's a nice piece. That's some nice equipment.
Yeah,
it's sad that the tank blew out.
I'm going to hold it for you. If you really want that, like I said, I will give it to you.
Yeah, you're about what, like a day away? You're like a good day of driving away or whatever.
One condition, though. You've got to do a video of upgrading your Worthington with that setup.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would do that.
230 volt, 6 horsepower. I was getting 10.2 CFM out of that at 90 pounds.
That's a lot. Yeah.
and it's a low RPM pump too.
Yeah.
Everything
It lasts forever.
I'm just afraid of the tank.
Now we had a Power Barker, I think it was a screwdriver compressor where I worked, but then we had the Ingersoll Rand continuous run. It didn't build up, so it built up. It just kept running. But that old Power Barker, that thing, I'm like, it was belt drive. That thing, you could tell. We could tell when we ran the Power Barker, the air pressure wasn't as high.
Well, that's a name I
What's
ain't
that,
heard
Brett?
in a while.
How far is it to Long Island?
From where?
From his place.
Well, where is he? Ohio?
Yeah.
Well, I know to Akron, it's about 11 hours.
Yeah, it's like a good day of driving.
Long Island, New York.
Because Arch and I are basically the same distance.
Long Island City?
Well, thereabouts. Not
420 miles.
yeah. So add another 20 miles or so from there.
8 to 10.
Wow.
It's under 1,000. It's under 500.
Wow.
It's a big country.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm serious. If you want that, I will hold it for you.
It would be good to stop off at Zippo's and see if I can con him out of one of his Sunstars. I said something the other day. I didn't get he put out a video like 7 months ago, and I didn't get the notification. So I just caught it this weekend, and I wrote to him, but I haven't heard back from him. Hopefully he's okay. I mean, he looked good. He sounded better, and the video he put out was like an update to a health update.
Yeah.
He was doing some other stuff, and I don't know. I mean, I hope he's okay. Zippo, where are you?
Oh yeah, I watched Squatch. What his name? Those farm tractors, the international harvesters. He finally got his international harvester right, and somebody saved his butt. They found a 1 gallon tail of the international harvester red paint he was running out of, so he's got to repaint some stuff. I'm like,
a lot of the paint companies are redoing all the international harvester colors.
What are you doing, Charlie?
They just did because I used to do Cub Cadets, the International Harvester Cub Cadet.
Yeah.
They had the yellow was called Federal Yellow, and they just started remaking it. So.
No, yeah, because I know the guy.
Watch was looking for that red, and he finally found him a gallon of it. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a guy I follow on YouTube lives out in Idaho. He had to repaint a mower pan on a walker, and he couldn't find. He did not know what exact color walker used, so he had to use what cat's eye gold or it's Caterpillar.
Robert, you look at that guy's channel, Squatch 253. He does his paint job. I mean, some guys they restore the tractors better than show cars. You know
yeah.
It's a tractor. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't do that. Yeah.
Nope.
I mean, no. I like using automotive paint and all that stuff, but it's a tractor. It's gonna get scratched. It's gonna get used. I look at this guy's got a beautiful channel, great restoration, knows these things like the back of his hand, but I'd be afraid to even go near it, fearing I would scratch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, correct.
It's too
I do nice paint, but I don't take it to that level. I'm like, it's because it's a refurb.
Yeah. Oh, but
not like a mint restore.
Never looked like that from the factory. Never.
No.
What does Terrell always say? It's a lawnmower, not the space shuttle.
Yep. Tommy, what are you doing? Tom, Mr. Carb Clean. By the way, I'm about to, before Tommy, you tell us what you're up to. I am about to release a carb rebuild video, but it's on that nice yellow Cub Cadet engine that I like. And I just have to do it. All right. Because I like that motor and there's not that many of that motor out there on the internet. But anyway, I'll shut up. Tommy, let us fill us in on what you're doing.
Is it a power more engine?
I don't know. Ken says it's an MTD engine.
Yeah, that's Powermore. The newer ones are Powermore.
Yeah, they're all like Powermore, yellow branded, but it's big. It's like 430 cc's or something.
Those of you that have the Cub Cadet XT1, I was talking to Erica yesterday and Tyler, Married with Small Engines, and they were saying A lot of people, when they go to the parts store to buy an oil filter for their tractor, especially V-twin, especially a Powermore twin, don't use the extended length one. It'll hit the steering linkage. It'll rub a hole in the filter, and you'll lose all your.
Oh man!
If you bought the tractor and it came with the short filter, stay with the short filter. I've worked on the XTs, and sometimes the customer will say, "Oh, my dealer said use the bigger filter. It works better." It may work better, but it's going to rub on the steering link, and you're going to lose it. So,
yeah, my biggest fear is using one too short. That's my biggest fear.
Oh yeah, and there's a guy when I lived on Bluegill, he had that Cub Cadet instead of a actual throttle thing. It had a dial control for the engine.
Yeah, IntelliPower.
Yeah. Well, he wanted me to put a new set of blades on. He wanted a mulching blade. I got it to the house and I looked. I'm like, yeah, I took that thing back. I said, Bubba, I don't have the tool to do this. Now I found out later on it was a 15, 16-inch nut. I'm like, man,
I've never worked on one of those yet. Those IntelliPowers.
Those things. I got a video on one, man. Them things are just garbage.
Yeah.
Be for emissions, or what's the deal?
Yeah.
The throttle choke and everything is computer controlled.
Yeah, so it's a knob instead.
When I done that video, Hank was telling me, man, check for ground, and I just give it back to the guy. I said, here, it's still under warranty. Make a fake receipt because they give him the tractor. Take it to the dealer. Take it to the dealer.
Yeah.
People are still asking me today on that video what happened with it, and I tell them, I said, I'll give it back to the customer. I don't know.
I had a rant one night about that kind of stuff. I'm like, a lot of this new electronic controls they're shoving on these things, a lot of us either can't fix it or aren't going to wanna. Yeah. And it's just going to be a matter of like, look, if you need to work out with your dealer, I'm sorry. Because
on the carburetor,
I can't go there.
On top of the carburetor, you don't have the linkages and stuff. You have servos.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Y'all can have this,
And you need the right computer and interface to see what's going on, just like with a car, right? And if you don't have that, you can't really fool around with it all that much.
I thought all those inverters got that. There's servo on the carburetor for the throttle.
Because this guy
2000i, that's a stepper motor on top of that carburetor.
Yep.
The computer's telling it to run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the idle air controls and stuff like that. They're working these pulse width modulation curves, and you need to know what the correct curve is, and you'd be able to read it. And it's not just a matter of that solenoid is working or not. Is it getting the correct signal and feedback? And the only way you're going to see that is with the correct computer system.
Yeah, working on this thing reminded me of working on radio, remote controlled cars. I'm a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Arch, I learned a little something on YouTube last night about the engines that are rated in CCs about figuring out horsepower.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Johnson's small engine said for every 32.5 cc's equals 1 horsepower.
Really?
So take that 420 of yours and divide it by 32.5.
Huh.
I did it. It comes up to almost 13 horsepower.
Wow. Yeah, that is a nice motor.
That's
I want one.
Master.
Yeah,
I know. I keep saying that. I'm like, I want to put that on a turf or a Time Man. Like, I'm hoping sooner or later the body will fall apart, either on my customer's machine or because it's not built that well. It's good for a homeowner, but I don't see too many of them. They do make them still, and it's a decent motor. It's got a lot of power. It seems to be built well. I mean, I've had one half apart. I can't, at 12 years old, it looked good. It ran good. I was adjusting it. I didn't see anything out of ordinary. When you see the carburetor, it's made well. Yeah, that's the number.
Almost
12.9 and a bunch of points after that, so we'll call it 13 horse.
Nice.
Yeah,
you should make like a quick short on that, Brett.
Because that guy,
put some kind of a.
Did.
Yeah.
Well, so what? You make one now.
There you go. That's YouTube.
Yeah. That's YouTube. Welcome to it. Now you make one.
Because that guy was saying about that rotary control knob on that Cub Cadet, he bought a thing from Tractor Supply, and I'm like, well, the dealer I was dealing with here in Eden, he said MTD, he wasn't touching them. He said, and he sold Gravely, and he said if they ever started sending him Gravely with electronic ignition and fuel control, he said nope. He'll stick with a carburetor because you got to buy all that computer stuff. And then you got to go back to school and learn all that. He said, "Nope,
Not
forget
it.
it."
Yeah.
I'm 50. I'm in my 50s, man. I ain't really learning all that stuff. I'm
Nope.
tired.
Because
I mean,
you
I'll
had to
learn
go-
it, but I've got to have customers to want to do this, right?
Right.
Why? Either that, or it has to be a machine that I own that I love so dearly. And you know that can happen. I fall in love with crap, right? If that were the case, and I really fell in love with it, and I'd be like, all right, I got to get the tool for it. I have scanners for cars and stuff, but it has to be either both or one of the two. Otherwise, what am I doing? I have limited funds. I can't just get willy-nilly decide to do something. There's got to be a reason.
And go off to school for a week and have to close your shop, and then you can't do that.
Yeah, that's the other thing too.
Because that's
Well,
the
an
thing.
example of that, Arch, would be your Sunstar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, if you want to convert something, because I see you guys check out any of the stuff out there on the web of people converting old tractors to electric motors and stuff. Have you guys watched any of that stuff?
Oh God, yeah, I think I've seen a few of them. What are you doing?
That's
I had to watch a couple.
That's a good point Dan made. Trump just took over the EPA, and hopefully he'll ease some of those restrictions.
Yeah,
cool.
but the
we'll get back into making gas mowers again.
Yeah, but that's not where the problem is coming from. It's coming from the World Economic Forum, the UN, and the money system that's looking for lithium everywhere around the planet to make money. That's their new thing, and they'll support anything that uses a battery because it's a new way for them to make money and dig up the effing planet. They don't care about the damage. You see that big lithium recycle plant that just went up and now poisoned a stream? And right in the middle of the country, another big fire that they couldn't put out. All the toxic crap went into the stream. The fish are dead. They don't care. It's not the EPA. It's the money push for the big wigs in society and the elites and everything else. So it's a matter of, and Honda said now they want to make electric mowers, right? So they're going to go the way of all things. And to do it, right, they need loans. And so the banks are set up to give these people that are investing in electric economy and the new green economy. And so the money is there. So they don't care about a piston engine. They don't give a crap about it, especially a lawnmower. What might change is if the people stick their nose up to these stupid things and go, where's my gas-powered mower? That might do it. But if we don't do that and the customers don't do, like where I live, it's a toss-up. Where I came from, they don't need a gas-powered anything because they don't know what to do with it. The lawns are too small. It's much easier to pop a battery on, like my neighbor. It's much easier for him to pop a battery on something. I mean, for Christ's sakes, he leaves everything outside. He bought like a proto tool set, right? In the black, case, right? Not bad. It's still, for 2 months, it's sitting out there on the back deck with the lawn uncut. It's like 2 feet high. Yeah. The tool case is open to the weather. It's filled with water. They don't care. So the average person is like, oh, I don't have to bring it to the mechanic. Yeah, wait till you need a blade change or a blade adapter breaks, or when your battery dies, right? Or even better, because I always put the bumper of the electric mower that burned to the ground, right? I usually have a bumper there, or I have a guy in a hard hat standing in front of a big coal processing plant. And it says, that's where your electric power comes from to charge your green battery. Yeah, so I have that. So when it lights your house on fire and your garage and your shed, and they can't put it out, then maybe they'll realize that gas is safer.
I'll be right back, guys.
Hey.
Yeah, I got to go heat up my coffee, too. I'll be right there. Hold on. There's my rant for tonight.
Yeah. That's it.
Good rant, Arch. Good rant.
It's just like, Erica. She ain't no telling what she had to pay for that computer to work on electronic steel chainsaws. It's like, you got to be joking. Yeah,
I had a nice Husqvarna in the other day I had to work on. Guy said it was leaking gas. Here all it was a return line from the primer that was broke. The 455 Rancher.
Yeah.
That's a big saw.
Yeah, because that makes me think these hardware I deal with here in Eden, they sell Husqvarna stuff. I'm like, what are they gonna do when they start saying, "Oh well, we no how longer have gas power mowers for y'all to sell me"? Yeah, but they sell other equipment too. They sell I've seen some DR equipment in there and the C word, and I'm like, yeah, one of them. Yeah. Oh, shit, stuff's getting to the point. It's like now, lawnmowers, they're not actually spray painted, they're powder coated. You just run through a boot, spray it on, run through the furnace, boom.
Well, gas won't eat it off that way.
Nope. But, well, the John Deere, they were having issues with their powder coating, the green and the yellow. I'm like, then they all of a sudden started painting them more, doing the more pans green. I'm like, and a can of John Deere spray paint. I forgot what I paid for that can I bought that time off Amazon, but that stuff takes so long to dry. Like it's more like an enamel instead of actual spray paint.
We can get it down there, plastic coat.
Too bad, John. Too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that plastic coat. You just dip it in there, boom, let it dry, boom.
No. It's called plastic coat. It's stupid. It's implement paint. It's rattle cans.
Yeah. Because I have got the enamel type spray paint from Rust-Oleum. Yeah, that's great stuff, but you gotta let it dry a lot longer than normal. It's like that fancy clear coat I was using. I was getting off of Amazon. You had to take and put another piece to bring the two together. That stuff you talk about, woof. That stuff has some serious kick. It does a good job, but it's just
that Gorilla Glue fumes off that stuff. What do you got, Ken?
Yeah, I was saying Jeff hasn't said too much today. What's going on, Jeff?
I didn't want to interrupt you guys.
Yeah, go for it.
What are you up
Didn't
to?
want to interrupt you, Danny.
What's going on down in Jersey way?
Fire.
Oh, all kinds of big fires.
Yeah. They have the bans up here, the burning bans on everything. We didn't get enough rain to really make a difference, but we did get a little bit.
Oh, that rain last night, that was like just pouring out a little coffee cup full of rain on the driveway.
Yeah, like Hank was saying, all it did was make it so if you blew leaves today, it would be a dust bowl. That's about it.
Yeah.
We got about an inch of rain here yesterday. All day, slow, steady drizzle.
You guys didn't see the pictures of the big forest fire that headed up into New York, did you?
There's a few. We had a big one in Connecticut too, but they're taking control of most of it. It's not like California, I'll tell you that. Yeah.
Oh, we got a big one down here. It's headed up into New York. They got no control over it. They showed it on TV tonight, and this morning it's like this thing is just covering probably 4 or 5 miles of the whole top of a mountain, just going right up it.
What is it, like northeast Jersey, or what part?
Yeah, it's north. If you look up Greenland Lake, it's up there.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was following somebody on YouTube. They said they got some fires down in West Virginia. She couldn't even go out.
Look at Arch's chair. That fake leather is worn completely gone.
Hey, Tom, watching your stuff here last couple days. Like I said, I'm a subscriber now.
Subscriber?
Yep.
I didn't see that you subscribed to me yet, but I've been watching your stuff.
Well, I have to check it out. I'm gonna be in and out about every 10 minutes tonight because I've got something I got to do in the morning, and I'm having to drink this. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, you gotta have.
I've done it 3 times already.
No, yeah, you gotta have some run up the rectum.
Yeah, I got 50, 55, and 60.
I'm gonna do it myself next year. Somebody got me a nice borescope on Amazon.
Oh my God. Nah. Tom, I went and had that done, and I was laying there, and they said, "Oh, you just." I'm like, I was trying to be nice. They had the smock on, they had the face mask on, and on. Nah, I'm all right. All of a sudden, that pain hit. I'm like, "Whoa, come on, hurry up, get this thing out of me!" Ooh, that hurts. I'm like,
when they wheeled me in for it, I said, "Aren't you going to buy me dinner first?"
Yeah, just make sure you got both hands on your shoulder.
Right off the get go, I said, "Did you serve time? You ever serve time?"
My doctor wanted me to get that, and I told him flat out that was meant to go out, not in. You're staying away from that.
That license is marked exit only. You keep your mitts off it.
They say you're supposed to put 6 ounces of this and this 16 ounce and then pour cold water and fill it the rest of the way. I've been using this. So
you got the purple stuff? You got the purple stuff? It tastes like super sweet grape juice. Like ridiculously sweet grape juice.
Or just drink a thing of prune juice and be done with it.
Well, yeah, John. I do it so often now. People are paying me to come over and do it.
That's it. When
Robert, did you get that engine running yet?
Nope.
What are you waiting for?
Erica's gonna send me a new fuel pump. The fuel pump that was on there apparently has got a hairline crack in it.
He said
but a hairline crack, that's the size of a human hair. I'm like, I'd have to have a real strong magnifying glass to find it. I'm like, and the fool, but
That's what they told me at my last colonoscopy. They said it was a hairline.
Jesus Christ.
I like how they give you video now and still pictures.
Yeah. Who was I can't look at that.
No, I was laying there and I was looking at the thing and I'm like, that don't. And all of a sudden that pain hit because they're using air pressure. I'm like, but that morning I had to do the enema. I'm laying in the bathroom on the floor. I started quivering. I'm like, time to sit on Uncle Johnny and give him his dinner. I'm like, did that do it again? I'm like, okay, I'm cleaned out.
Yeah, can we go back talking about lawnmowers?
Yeah,
let's back to the mower.
By saying
how come every live stream I come into ends up like
this? Yeah, it seems like at some point in the evening, turns right to shit.
Yeah. I don't know. Between having that run up your butthole and having that light run down your throat into your lungs, I'm like, whoa, what the? He's like, you gonna run that down my throat into my lungs? Nope.
They wanted to do that to me, some kind of an endoscopic echocardiogram, and I said, what's the what we do is we take a tube and we put it down your throat. I said, dude, that's about the most barbaric thing you ever did. I never heard of you not doing it.
Yeah.
Don't I got a carburetor around here somewhere I can clean it real quick?
Yeah. Nah.
I thought Uncle Brucey was the king of carb clean.
Yeah.
No, he's the king of quantums.
Oh, I looked at that carburetor, pulled off that 8-horse Briggs Ken. It said Walboro on it. I'm like,
Well, at least it ain't a Nicky.
Yeah.
At least Arch didn't have to hear none of that.
Hey, I can't say nothing bad about the Walboro. I got the one on the Big Power King. Gave me a hard time for a while, but it's running good now.
Yeah.
If Arch would have heard that, he'd have been like, no, stop!
Make it stop.
No grease.
Archie,
No grease.
We went from cleaning carburetors to cleaning something else now.
Yeah.
Stop. Make it stop. What are you guys doing?
Hey. Some breathe.
The things in your butt for a colonoscopy.
Well, I tell you what.
Yep.
I'm not going to be low on magnesium after tonight.
Nope.
I tell you, the doctor, when I was at the doctor the other day, the lady that I was sitting down with, she goes, "Have you had one of those colonoscopies yet?" I'm like, "No, I can't wait to try it out." I'm like, "No, I'm not getting one of those."
It's fun.
Oh, it's
She's
real
like, you know, at
fun.
your
Like,
age, you're supposed to do certain things, and because it is. And I'm like, I'm not hearing a word you're saying. What?
yeah, nah.
No, I'm
Hey,
not doing that. No,
hey,
I poop
just tell-
fine. Everything is fine.
Hey,
I never thought that I would slobber over a cup of chicken bouillon before
Why? What did you do? What'd you have?
because I'm hungry.
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, because you can't eat. Now I said, you know,
Yep.
now the thing is, doctor, you gonna kiss me before you stick that up my behind? Oh
Yeah.
yes. It's like, ooh,
Try to
hello.
avoid that stuff, right? I think they just like to charge us for like expensive procedure. By the way, one of the guys I used to game with, he was kind of a dorky, dweeby kid, right? So his first job out of school, you know what he got? He's the guy that cleans those
Oh
things,
my God.
right? So that was his first job. And we were all like, bro, really? That's your first job? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Well,
Yeah,
you
just
know,
like
after that second bottle, when it gets clear, you know, you gotta save that stuff for next week's soup broth.
Oh man.
It makes a great soup base. It really.
Oh,
it's like that guy I follow on YouTube.
horrible.
Drain that guy in Australia does all that drain cleaning. I tell you what, the camera he uses, like, oh, we're gonna put that camera, like, you know, say
Pretty
what?
much.
Yeah, like,
Floor scoping.
Have you ever seen Ken's face like that right there before? He's so proud of what he's hosting right now.
Mm-hmm. He's like, this is what I have. This is what I got to work with. Right.
This is what I got.
Good thing I have the option to make it public or private.
Yeah. He's always got his hand close to the button.
He's like, I went to college and worked all these years for this.
Yeah.
People are going to watch the video and go, what's all this got to do with small engines?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Sometimes we talk about small engines.
Unless the machine is performing the procedures powered by a twin-cylinder Kohler or something like that.
That's different.
Yeah.
Right. Is it two-stroke powered?
No, straight up.
Yeah, just like what that generator that Mick's working on. I'm like, that sounds like a two-stroker. I'm like, okay, well, two-stroke generator, more RPMs. Yeah.
I was cruising Marketplace the other day, and I came across this ad that I think it was in Connecticut someplace. The guy had a 24-inch Power King with a loader, and he's looking to just dump it because I guess originally the first motor blew. Then he put another one on that blew. Then he put another one on that blew, and now he's got it all rigged up with one of them Predator engines.
Yeah, just like that 1 Ford tractor that Noel got, the one he calls Kablooey. Because every time he put an end on it would kaploop, like, oops.
What's that, Hank? What was that? Make it bigger, Ken.
Whoa.
Oh my God. That's Kamala.
Moving day.
Oh, that's funny.
Sister Kamala Harry asked.
Oh, jeez.
John Clem sent that to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Hey, did y'all ever notice that Kamala Harris' voice sounds like Sister Mary Elephant?
It's whoever she's hanging around with.
Yeah.
Well, her voice changes depending upon wherever she goes. If she goes to talk to black people, she sounds like them. If she goes down south, she tries to do the drawl. If she's up here, she tries to sound like us because you all know how I sound. Nobody can understand me.
How you sound.
Yeah.
You know, when I hear Arch talk, it makes me miss the old sha-na-na. That's what I miss.
Yeah. New York. Like I'll say things. One of my friend down in Carolina, he goes, "Member?" Because I say that a lot. He's just laughs. He goes, "That Bronx, New York, Brooklyn, member?" Because we won't say remember. And like I teach my daughter, I'm like, you have to add the R at the end. Even if there was never an R there, it doesn't matter. You put an R there if you want to say it correctly.
You can open yourself up to a joke by saying it the other way. You said member.
Yeah, member.
Yeah. And my favorite show when I was a little kid was, Sha Na Na with Bowser in there, man. I love that guy.
Yeah.
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 I seen a joke the other day. I guess I could say it now. There was a guy who was going into the car dealership, and he's looking to get himself a new truck. So he's seen this real nice loaded Chevy Silverado. It had everything in it. Wants to take it for a test drive. Well, the salesperson was a lady, and she was far left. She had the Biden for president lapel on and everything. So they're driving along, and she was telling him about the climate-controlled seats, how they're tied in with the ventilation system. Says in the wintertime, that's tied in with the heat. That'll blows warm air down there, keeps your butt warm. And in the summertime, it's tied in with the AC. It'll keep your butt cool. And the guy says, "Oh, really? Well, that must mean this is a Trump truck." She got a little bit pissed off. She goes, "What do you mean it's a Trump truck?" And he says, "Well, if it was a Biden truck, it'd just be blowing smoke up my butt all year round."
Damn.
9:30.
Man.
No, it's 8:29.
Sorry about that, Ken.
Yeah, 8:29 here. I know. I got me all confused with this crazy changing of the hours and everything. Stop doing that.
I hate the fact that 5 o'clock now it's freaking dark.
Yeah, that's no good.
Yeah.
Nope. It's messing me up.
Yeah.
I get depressed when the winter time hits because you don't get the sunlight. I get this funk going. It's like, oh, come on.
Yeah. It's what they call seasonal alignment disorder. It's like, I'm sad now. I'm sad. Hurry up, Mr. Sun. Get back the way you used to be.
Well, thank God for church. I look forward to that on Sundays, and that's always a pick-me-up.
There you go.
Yep.
They had a nice
it's always warm in there.
Veterans Day, and it was beautiful.
Oh, and
it's nice out now, though. It's nice and warm. It's 56 up here.
It was almost 60 today when I was out there doing the leaves.
Yeah.
And I think the next warm day, if I get one later this week, because I got a guy supposedly coming in, we're going to work on that furnace together.
Oh, that would be good.
And,
yeah, you're running out of time, bro. You got to get that done.
I told the guy that, and it turns out this outfit that I called, one of the partial owners of the place is somebody that I used to work with back when I worked at that tool rental in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah. Oh, Rick, is your furnace fuel oil fired?
No.
Oh, I was going to say, because
it's not oil, it's gas.
No, because that hospital I took training at in Warm Springs, next to the Warm Springs Institute, they sent a guy in September. He was from Gulf Oil. He took this long stick and put a gel on it, ran it down in the tank. It changed colors. Those big, humongous middle jugs. I forgot how many of them we filled up with contaminated fuel. I'm like,
that does happen.
Yep.
I'm a victim to Columbia gas.
Yeah. That's another thing. A lot of people were great back in the day, but then they deregulated the natural gas industry. Now everybody and their brother's trying to sell you a certain amount per BTU. It's like, then all of a sudden they snatched that deal off Monday. Oh, we had to go up on our rates. Like, yeah.
That's a 120,000 BTU American Standard boiler, and that booster pump on there is a Bell & Gossett 100 series. And
that's some good stuff.
Outside of the furnace.
Yeah. No, I had an aunt and uncle lived in Covington, Georgia, and they still had the old fuel oil furnace. And it was hard to find anybody down here that work on it. Because everybody down here was either total electric or natural gas. I'm like,
yeah, it's a little different animal.
Yeah. And then back in the day, everybody was, either wood fired or coal. And they talk about coal. Think about it back in the day. when you had a coal-fired steam engine, what did they do with the coal ash? Where did they dump it? Now they griping about it. It's like Georgia Power. They got so many coal ash ponds around here. They got to clean up. It's like,
yeah, that's a big problem. That is a big problem, actually.
Yeah.
Coal ashes. Oh, we got vintage engine repairs on board.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
What's going on? What's going up?
He grew some hair.
Yeah.
I know, mate. Yeah, I know.
Jeez, what time is it over there?
9:30 a.m. Actually, it's a really good
Yeah.
time for me.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
See, Australia is starting summertime down there.
Oh,
That's
man.
right. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
clock's changed an hour or something. Give us 1 second. I'll just go to a different room so I don't disturb the missus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I gotcha. It's still early, right? Yeah.
Oh, she just yeah. She gets
Robert, give him a minute. He just got here. Let the man talk for a second.
That's all good. How is it then? Who's trying to see the screen?
We see you. We see you. Get into a safe location so you don't piss her off.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly right.
Because we're yelling over here, and you're gonna piss her off. I'm gonna piss her off.
Exactly.
You know.
You're spot on. You're spot on. How is everyone?
Yep.
Kenny, Hank,
Good.
Arch, and Jeff.
Don't think I've ever met Mr. Vintage before.
No. Nice to meet you. Sorry, what's your name, mate?
Tom.
Oh, okay. That's easy.
Mr. Carb Clean.
Awesome. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
If you want to know anything
That's awesome.
anything about two strokes, that's the guy.
Oh, is it really cool?
No, there's lots of good people out there, but I do like working on them. In fact,
Yeah, but your channel's really taken off, though. You know.
It's honestly, it's gone beyond what I'd ever imagined, and I'll say it publicly. I say it to everyone. The only reason it's done so well is because Stella, the lawnmower lady.
Yeah.
Most people know her from the group. She's been absolutely incredible, just helping me out with everything from how to edit. Well, I always knew how to edit, but how to do it.
Yeah, but Tom,
in
let
a
me
way
ask you
that
a
keeps
question.
it engaging.
A half-hour video. How long do you spend editing for a half-hour video?
Oh gosh, I rarely do a half hour, but it would take me hours and hours and hours and hours. But honestly, it's ridiculous, but it's worth it. You know, I used to put out a video once every couple of days, and they might get 1,000 views. And now I'll put a video out, and it might get within a couple of months 500,000 views. It's ridiculous. Some of them don't. Some of them still get sort of 20,000, 10,000, 6,000. But no, I've got to give it credit to Stella because she's been incredible, absolutely incredible. Bless her. Actually, she should still be awake.
Is she?
Well, should be about 8:42.
It's pretty early. Yeah.
She's in the shower in there right now.
Do you agonize over your edits? Like, be honest. Do you agonize over it, or is it physically just like a pain in the neck, and you're like, oh man, I gotta keep doing this?
If he finds one little teeny mistake, that's it. Redo it.
That's agonizing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's different.
What do you mean when you say agonize? Do you mean like obsessed?
And then
That's what I mean.
See, that's about where I'm at now. I can do a video 2, 3, 4 a week, and I get about 1,000. And I don't do no editing at all. I can't stand editing.
Yeah, everybody has a mixed bag, mixed feeling on edit. Yeah. So what I meant was, like, if you see something small and you're like, oh crap, I almost want to retake the whole shoot, you know, how do I get rid of that? How do I get it out? Or I don't want to leave it in, you know.
I tend to, again, Stella, she's been incredible. And if anyone has any questions with YouTube, she is the person to go to rather than me. But I would suggest, if it was me, I would do, so let's say I said the wrong thing or the wrong order. I might go back out to the park and say the right thing. And then I would just lay that audio what I was saying. So I'll try and feed it together. And then I'll put B-roll on top of that. So you can't actually see that it's a separate clip. It sounds like it's the same clip.
Okay, that works.
Going. It's a little bit easier. Yeah. But always go back to where you are, because if you film in your workshop and then you edit in, say, your living room, the audio is different and you can hear the difference in the audio. Yep. So it's worth going back out and being in that same environment.
It's only been in the past year.
The feel right.
Watch my own videos, you know.
Sorry, mate, I missed that.
I was going to say, it's only been within the past year. I'm only able now to watch my own videos. It used to be I would never watch my video I just made. I would just put it out. Yeah, but now I can sit and watch my own stuff. You know, it's pretty cool.
Good stuff. Yeah.
Used to it.
Yeah, that way you get at least a one count.
Yeah.
yeah. You've certainly got one.
That's
view,
right. That's right. At least I get something out. Like somebody watched it.
I give myself a like.
Arch, Kenny mentioned the other day, I missed it until he mentioned it, that you did a fabrication video. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
I love that sort of stuff. Fabricating.
Yeah,
I mean, Hank, that's what Hank used to do. Like, that was your bread and butter, wasn't it, Hank? Fabrication and welding. But yeah, it was great, mate. Really, really well.
Hank has all the tools.
Yeah, but they've got no battery in
Now he's got all the parts in nice, beautiful bins too. Because I actually made, I think I gave a shout out to you, Ken, the other night. Because I had cleaned up these bunch of machines and I'm putting them together into one. And I said, Hank likes it. He likes it. I always get compliments from him whenever I do that. Because even though I've parted it all out, they're all basically clean, these parts. And now I can put them away kind of clean. They'll probably get dirty just from laying around, but they're basically clean. And I know what I have in my inventory and I know what's garbage. And I don't bring it in filthy. And I'm like, because Hank always gives me compliments on that. So at least somebody appreciates what I'm doing, you know?
That's good. And the quality of your stuff, Arch, like the camera, everything's just sharp and crisp and clean. And
thanks.
It's really good, mate. Really
I'm
good.
trying. It's, you know, as you know, it's like everybody knows it's hard. Like, even if you have a really good camera, there's the lighting and the focus and the placement. And am I getting this angle? Like, I was working today with multiple cameras just on this engine. And I tried a different camera setting and it was horrible to redo it. I was like, this is not working. This looks like crap. I have to change the camera setting. Not always the automatic is not always the best solution, and not always is the manual the best solution.
Yeah, no, you're spot on.
So it's a learning. I mean, I've been doing it for 4 years. I think 3 with these cameras now, I want to say, and I'm still learning. Like, I'm still learning things about them, you know. That's, by the way, there's a lot of people have said this, and this is to all the people out there that either want to do YouTube or have been doing YouTube. There really is no limit. Like, you could continuously learn. It's kind of one of the neat things about YouTube is that if you want, you don't have to, but if you want, you can continuously learn and hone your art or go into a different facet of it, and it'll expose new possibilities. And you'll be like, wow, I never thought I'd be doing videos like this when I started. You know, it's really kind of neat, but you have to put the time in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I've tried everything. You know, I've tried music in the beginning. I've tried different camera angles, up, down, sideways. You know, clap your hand for different sections together. I've tried everything.
Yeah, and then you learn what it is that kind of works and what you don't need.
Yeah.
Right. Because part of it, like the way I've been setting up my shop is so that, and I learned this, fellas, mostly from Grumman, right? Working for the top people. You create a work environment that you could move through in your workload and move through it seamlessly. And, you know, if you step to the next workstation, it's set up and ready for you. And then you move to the next workstation and it's kind of set up and ready. Because time is the precious thing that, like, we all, every single one of us, and for those, let's face it, fellas, for those of us getting a little older, you'd only have so much, you know. Yeah, I know. You sent me that. I'm like, that's the good stuff. Only the best.
10,000 miles guaranteed. Durable.
Yeah, but you don't need it anymore, though, because with the new LED blinkers, they don't take blinker fluid.
I tried even with 3 cameras, you know, and get my best shot and all that. It's time consuming. And
it is.
Yeah.
The one nice thing about the extra camera, though, is you focus one on what you're really doing, and the other one is the oops. You can set it up as an oops, I just screwed up. Or look, I'm standing in the way now, and all you see is my back. Or my best shot is the hairy arm shot, right? Oh, look, fellas, look at this. Look. I get a lot of those, the hairy arm shot.
Oh, yeah.
Arch, we can't see. You're in the way.
Yeah. Well, that's like Bruce Pender. That's all you could saw was his back.
I have been absolutely cursed in my video comments about, you know, the hairy elbow, you know. It's like,
but you do good, Tom, because you do shots from the side, you know. and it's clear to see what you're doing.
Cool. I'm trying to get better.
Also, Tommy, you're also very good at explaining in a simple way so that people can follow along and you don't overdo it. I'm too much of this blabbity crap.
I've learned to say, well, let me show you. And then I'll carry the camera off somewhere.
Yeah, you're doing really good. Everything, your business is doing good, but your video stuff, people are really starting to watch it and they like it. Now, it's up to you what you.
Oops, sorry. My
Go ahead,
problem is let me try and coin a phrase. Editor phobic or edit phobic.
Yeah.
I mean, Tom has spent hours with me. What's the software, Tom? What's that software?
I use LumaFusion.
Yeah, LumaFusion. I downloaded LumaFusion, and Tom and I spent probably 3-4 hours one day doing a snowblower video. We probably got about 3/4 of the way through it, but I had to do it on a Samsung tablet because they don't. LumaFusion does not use Windows, so it has to be either Apple product or not Apple. Product. Yeah, Apple product or Android. So, what you call it? So we spent the hour, and it was great. And I was actually doing it pretty good, and it looked like it was working. But then, like a week later, I forgot everything he taught me, and it's like shit. Now it's like I feel like a third grader doing algebra. It's like, well, wait a minute. Like anything, practice. You know what I mean? So LumaFusion, but I like working off a decent sized screen. Tom will do it on his phone. And it's like, how the hell?
Well, Tom, you're young. You got young eyes.
God. I mean, even I go blind. I mean, he'll do effects and everything with the phone.
Yeah. You're good with it.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, mate. Hey, Tom, what's your YouTube channel's not Mr. Carb Clean, is it?
No, it's Tom Dobie Mower Repair. That was Ken's joke there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a running joke where
people don't understand that I can only do videos on what comes into the shop, and it's just 80% carburetor cleaning.
John Clem said it best that the internet needs more carb cleaning videos, right? In the small engine, when he said that, I was watching and I almost fell over.
I told John the other day that he don't realize over the past few years, every carburetor video I've got is the exact same carburetor I've cleaned every time.
I think I did a couple quantum carburetors when I first got that ultrasonic cleaner.
Yeah, you got to test it out. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the one video where I used it for a carb, that was actually a quantum on one of those wheeled weed whackers. Yeah. And it worked.
Yeah. It came nice and clean.
I sent this to Archie today. Hold on. And I thought it was really good.
Yeah, that's a good one. Now, Ken, your videos are good, and I really like about what you do is you figure out how to do a lot of these tips that I don't know why I don't think of them. I know them, and then I watch yours. I'm like,
I started out tips and tricks.
The whole tips and tricks.
When I used to write for Lawn and Garden Tractor magazine, I was the original technical editor for that when it came out. And for about 3 years, I wrote for it. And it was helpful hints from the shop. And it was always tips and tricks, just basic stuff for lawn and garden tractors that people like us do know and should know because of our years. But obviously, the guy that owns it and literally doesn't know anything except to change the oil wouldn't know. So I look at some of the back issues, and it's like, wow, there's pretty damn good articles. Like, how to use a compression tester, what it means, how to tell what's the difference between white smoke, black smoke, blue smoke, things like that.
Sure.
We take for granted, but I'm going to see if I can try and get back on the magazine because they don't do a tech article anymore, and I wish they would because I got a lot of good. They paid, I think it was like $100, $180 a month for a good article with photos. You had to include it, and it had to be good quality so that they could print it and all that. And I enjoyed doing it. But like I said, my daughter got sick, and I stopped doing all that shit for like 3 years.
Oh, I went through something very similar. But if I may make a suggestion, though, the concept of vlogging has morphed, right? And, a lot of these terms have morphed because video has become so huge.
Maybe I don't understand it, Arch. The word vlog right? Is what though? Technically, what
video logging? It's a video form of like a vlog. It's like a daily vlog. Hey everybody, what's up today? I really like this new makeup and this lipstick is terrific. And I just tried it. I mean, that's you be stupid about it.
Well, because I'm saying there used to be a small engine podcast. One of our friends, Phil's lawn service. Phil started doing a small engine podcast, but it didn't work out after a while. He stopped. I was thinking about doing this because there is no small engine podcast anymore.
Because now podcasts today, remember years ago, podcasts was more of an audio thing. And I used to listen to a lot of podcasts on the radio and all these weird stations.
When the iPods came out, remember the iPods? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, and with the internet and the computers that we had back in the day, really before YouTube really took off, podcasts were transmitted and they were audio. Yeah. And it didn't take much, and you would listen to a podcast like you would listen to a radio. Now it's typically two people on a podcast, not so much like this, all up, as I often call the whole all up. What do I call it? The Hollywood Squares, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's really two people doing a podcast, but a vlog is one person.
Center Square.
Yeah, there he is, right there. I know. Right? Paul in, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, by the way, that would be fun to do a scenario like that.
But I've noticed though that I'm going to announce it right now. I thought of it the other day. Give me 1 second. This year for Christmas, I'm going to do a Christmas live stream like I always do. Okay, but in order to get on the panel, you got to have an ugly Christmas sweater.
Oh boy, I used to have those.
I'm just saying, you got a month and a half or whatever, but an ugly Christmas sweater to get on panel. So
yeah, but usually if I'm wearing it, it's ugly anyway.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
But but that's
good ones out there this year that I saw. So
he's not saying where.
Even if you write something on a T-shirt, I don't care, but it's got to be something in the ugly Christmas sweater theme.
Yeah, he's not saying wear a Christmas sweater ugly.
Yeah.
Get yourself a green sweater and paint a picture of the Grinch on there holding a chainsaw or something.
Ugly Christmas overalls.
That'll work. Oh, John, you in the basement? Hold on.
I think John worked for the only police department that wore denim.
Nice. He's asleep.
Oh, I'm back. I'm awake now. Thank you.
And a fallen Christmas tree next to the Grinch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that would be cool because we went to a few, years ago. We'd go to parties, like Christmas sweater parties, that kind of thing. But
how was your date, John?
But then it turned into ugly.
Pardon?
Sweater.
How was your date?
You had a date?
It was.
Oh yeah, your wife.
We went out for the first time in about 6 months, and
wow.
Got about 3/4 of the way through dinner, and she had a motorcycle fatality wreck come in, so we had to cut it short.
Oh my!
Did you bring the food with you to the fatality?
No.
Okay.
I sat there in the
You're
truck,
horrible.
waited on her to do her stuff.
I was gonna say John's in the car with the bucket of KFC,
Yeah.
We did an extra unit out here. The first officer just threw up all over the victim.
For real. But we had a good time until that happened.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody's good. Where'd you go?
Went to Outback. She's been wanting a bloomin' onion, so.
Ooh, I love that with the
those
sauce.
are good.
It wasn't as good as it used to be.
I have never had.
Nothing's as good as it used to be.
Yeah, I mean they're greasy as shit, but they taste good.
Yeah, shouldn't have had it, but I mean we splurged.
Oh, you're going to be on the toilet tonight, John.
Yeah.
Don't say toilet.
The bloomin' onion should be called the bloomin' anus because that's what happens later in the day.
Yeah, for real. Tom will have the bloomin' anus here in a little bit.
Hey, I'm fixing to go in there and bloomin' onion here in a minute.
Yeah.
Ken said we got 15 minutes left, and I'm like, thank God.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
7 minutes now. We got 7 minutes.
Gotta go.
Tom's got to wake up and get something done.
Yeah, I'm looking at that.
What's on the schedule for today? What are you doing today? Are you working regular job or are you doing the YouTube? Like, just not to be nosy, but I am nosy because I got a big nose. So
wait, you don't know what Tom's business was? He has or had a business.
Yeah, no. So, most of what I do now is YouTube or literally repairs. But I've just had a commercial guy. I'll flip you around. I don't know how to flip you around. Commercial guy drop off. He's got a new. Can you even see down there? I'll take you out there. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Perth, Australia.
Yeah. Awesome.
Bring you around. Tell me if you can see, because I can't do the whole camera spinning thing. He's dropped off a FS85.
My favorites.
A KM13. Yeah, they're great, aren't they? KM131, which is actually in really good condition, but he said it's not running properly. He took it to the shop. They couldn't figure it out.
Is that a 4 mix or regular?
Yeah, no, it's their 4 mix.
Wait, what model is that?
Adjustment.
That's the combi. Was it a KM90?
KM90R, probably, yeah.
131.
131, right?
I actually think it needs a valve adjustment on it, and then he needs a service on that one. And this one's not running properly.
He said FS85.
Yeah, that's it.
Nice.
FS85, KM131, and then what's the still?
HT.
Pitch trimmer. HT74, is it? Like that's a fairly old one.
That's nice.
So I've got those, and then we've got a whole bunch of other stuff that's under bits. And then I've got another video coming out. I've got to work on another video. I've got another video coming out Thursday.
When are the welding videos coming out?
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, thanks, John.
Hey, no problem. I'm serious.
Yeah.
It's like waiting on
lathe videos, right? You got all that stuff.
It's like waiting on a Tom Doby video every day.
Yeah. Don't worry, John. I'll have a carb video for you soon. I know you'll be looking for that.
Awesome.
What's the temperature now, Tom, at 10 o'clock, at 9 o'clock in the morning? Oh, is it 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock?
Oh, it's coming up to 10 o'clock.
Let me check Mickey's big hands. Hang on.
Yeah, so I've got to get on with that. He wants that back as soon as possible. So, yeah.
Eastern time is
5 minutes to go.
Yeah, well, I'm going to shoot off, guys, because I've got to get a whole bunch of stuff done. But
all right, brother.
Take care, Tom.
Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one. Tell Cat we said hey.
Yeah, if anyone wants to learn anything about two-strokes, tuning them, even what they are and all that, go to his channel because it's unbelievable. He's like the James Condon of two-strokes when it comes to the format and it flows nicely and there's his videos, because of what Stella's teaching him and all that. There is no BS in the video. Either it belongs in the video or it doesn't. Like my video, I'll have 10 seconds of nothing, not his. He will.
Well, my video, you've got a good 30 seconds of me saying, "Well, let me go over here and dig around for this 18 millimeter."
Hey, I got to go take a leak or something. No,
Monday.
Oh yeah.
About every 2 minutes, let me hit pause. I'm gonna, and
yeah, but Tommy, you have a quirky personality, and sometimes I'll just watch for that. Because I already know all the rest of it. So why am I Well, I'm watching the person normally.
A lot of people watch for the person or the family.
Yeah,
I love the humming and the singing.
I'm gonna do one video with one leg out of my shorts. No, I ain't gonna do
that. Like the third one, though. Okay.
We don't want to see carb video.
I've been thinking about doing an EX model carburetor cleaning blindfolded.
Welcome to my
the assembly blindfolded. Sure, absolutely. Of course, we can all do that anyway, but be fun. Some people that are watching have never seen us do anything like that.
Yeah.
Hey, Arch, if you do a case like that, welcome to my world.
Yes, I know, right? Yeah, but you got the feel. You got it. Listen. There's so many jobs that I've had to do over the years, working on cars and other things, or even the planes, where you got your hand up in something. What you do is you look up at it, you get a picture in your mind, and then you can't see anything else once you stick your hand in there.
Right.
So everything has got to be by feel, and you just do it, And by the way, when I first started the channel, I don't know if I probably have mentioned this. My diabetes almost killed me twice. I couldn't see. Everything was very fuzzy. It was bad. And even with the glasses and everything, it didn't make a difference. I couldn't see, but I'm like, you know what? I have worked with my hands for years. I don't really need to be in focus. Everything was so blurry and out of focus. I'm just going to do it anyway. And I sucked at it. But I'm like, well, I've sucked at other things before in my life. Why should this be any different? And I just did it anyway. And people hated on me. And I was like, whatever. Who cares? Thank God I got some more of my vision back.
You didn't get the comment that I got that one time on that Honda mower when I was doing it was when I did the demo of it cutting high grass. Some jerk off commented, "Ew, you're blind."
I know some people are really
And I
immature.
went,
And
you're an
duh.
asshole.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Oh, by the way, Brad, I got you subscribed there
Awesome.
on your channel.
Good.
How do you know? How do you know who subscribes? Like, how do you know like who
I get
recently
an email.
subscribes?
On the studio, YouTube Studio, you can tell who. It'll show you who recently subscribed from day one.
Well, I
remember that. Well, I found a button somewhere in that YouTube Studio
right in the middle of
contraption.
a YouTube Studio screen, it'll say subscribers, and there's different actions, and you can put from beginning. It'll go back to when you start. Like,
Oh, okay, good. So I could sort.
You know, there's a lot of
it'll
people.
tell you who subbed and how many subs they have, if any.
Yeah.
So I don't the subscribers to me that have a lot of subs. You know.
I wish they'd put down who blocked you or who you.
There's a setting.
I'll get it. Hold on.
There's a setting where you can turn that off, and you can't let people know that you did subscribe.
Really?
Yeah.
There is ways to do it.
Yeah. A lot of people have that clicked. So
they brought back the down button. I mean, down thumbs, right? Got
yeah, they did.
Yeah, but the count ain't on there.
No count. Yeah.
Well, guys,
I don't actually tell people to like or subscribe. I might put a banner up or like something, but I don't say that anymore.
I have never said that in one of my videos at all.
You're better off, bro. Because whenever somebody says that to me too much, I get mad and I leave.
I haven't yet either. Maybe one day.
Yeah.
I always tell people like and subscribe. Feel free to comment. I said, but please keep the comments respectable and on
There
topic.
you go. I'll block them off. Just
nice. That's all, folks. Nice.
We are done.
I like that.
So.
That's all.
I gotta go.
Hey, that's all.
We'll see you later, everybody. Thanks for stopping by.
See y'all guys, man. Thanks for having me up on your stream, Ken.
Thank you, Tom, everybody. We'll see you next time, whenever that is.
Have a good night.